Good morning, students. Welcome back to my class. I hope you all are doing good. Let's start our session. Chapter 7, Human Environment, Settlement, Transport and Communication. In the last session, we have learned about settlement, transport. Today, we are going to see the major types of transports in detail. Let's start. So the four major means of transports are roadways, railways, waterways and airways. So today we are going to learn in detail. So let's see roadways. Look at the most commonly used means of transport by people is roads and for short distance. What is that? For those short distance, people used mostly road transports. There is a two types in the road transport, that is metalled one and unmetalled one, or pakka or kacha. See, look at this image. This is the metal road. This is the image of metal road. As you can see, when you travel from your place to Penagaram, you can see the metal road, is it? And this is unmetalled road or kacha road, we say in the village side. We can see the mud road, no, that is known as unmetalled road or kacha road. So in the road transport there is two type. One is metalled and the next one is unmetalled road. Plains have a dense network of roads. We can see in which landform roads in the plains, dense network of roads. Roads also have been built in terrain like deserts, forests and even high mountains also. Roads are formed in high mountains also, not formed, are built by people only. So the forest and even high mountains also we can see the roads. Manali Leh highway in the Himalayan mountains is the one of the highest roadways in the world. See, in the highest roadway in the world is which one? In Manali. Manali, where it is? It is in Leh highway in the Himalayan mountains. It is in mountain. Manali is the hill station, and that road is the highest roadways in the world. Underground also there are roads in the underground. Roads built underground are called subways or underpaths. Flyovers also built over raised structure. Let me show the image of flyover. Children, look at this image. This is the image of flyovers of India, and this is the district of Karnataka in Bangalore. This is the flyover which is located in Bangalore. So this is the image of flyovers. Roads built underground are called subways or underpaths. Flyovers are built over the raised structure. So I already showed the image of flyovers that is built in Bangalore. Now let's see railways. The railways carry heavy goods and people over long distance quickly and cheaply. Cheaply means less amount of money. The invention of the steam engine and the industrial revolution helped in speedy development of rail transport. So rail transport is when they have developed in the industrial revolution and the steam engine. Now, diesel and electric engines have largely replaced the steam engines. Before that, in the beginning stage, they were using steam engines, but now we are using diesel and electric engines. In places, super-fast trains have been introduced to make the journey faster. There are super-fast trains also there in the world, and to make our journey faster, they have introduced. The people network is well developed over the plain areas. Here also in the plain areas, railway network is well developed. Advanced technological skills have enabled laying of railway lines in difficult mountain terrains also. These are much fewer in number. Indian railway network is well developed. It is the largest in Asia. So there is one message, that is the train from Zenit to Lhasa runs at an altitude of 4,000 meter above sea level, and the highest point is 5,072 meter. So now let's see about waterways. So waterways, that is sea or lakeways. So waterways are the cheapest carrying heavy and bulky goods. Cheapest, which is the cheapest mode, that is cheap waterway, and they are carrying very heaviest bulky goods over long distance. These are mainly two types. Waterways are two types: inland waterways and sea routes. What is that? Inland waterways and sea routes. Let's see. Rivers and lakes are used as inland waterways. Some of the important inland waterways are Ganga Brahmaputra river system. What is Ganga and which one is the inland waterways? Ganga and Brahmaputra river system. The Great Lakes in North America and the river Nile in Africa also. Sea routes and oceanic routes are mostly used for transporting merchandise and goods from one country to another country. When we use the sea routes we are using for transporting the merchandise and bulky goods from one country to another country, so we use the sea routes. These routes are connected with the ports. Some of the important ports of the world are Singapore and Mumbai in Asia, New York, Los Angeles, North America, Rio de Janeiro in South America, Durban and Cape Town in Africa also. The some examples for the port. Now look at this image. This is the inland waterway where we can see. Have you seen this kind of waterway, children? If not, if you travel to Kerala, you can see these kind of waterways. Now let me explain about airways. Airways, this is the fastest way of transport developed in the early 20th century. Waterways we have already learned, and this is the fastest way of airway is the fastest way. Waterway is the cheapest way of transporting the goods, like bulky goods, from one country to another country. So in the airways is the fastest way of transport in the 20th century, and it is also most expensive. This is most expensive means it's a costly, high cost, because of high cost of fuels. What fuels we are using for the airways is very cost or too cost. That's why the expensive, and it is very expensive. Now look at this image. This is the image of helicopter. That is one kind of air transport. So this is the image helicopter, and it is very expensive to travel from one place to other place because of costly fuels are very costly. Air traffic is adversely affected by the bad weather like fog and storms. Even in the airways also there is a traffic. What kind of traffic it is? It is a fog and storms. It is the only mode of transport to reach the most remote and distant area, especially where there are no roads and railways. We can use the helicopter where there is no road transport also. That is the remote area we can reach easily by the airways. Helicopters are extremely useful in most inaccessible areas and in time of calamities for rescuing people. Helicopter, how the airway is useful? Helicopter is used for inaccessible area where the people or you can't see the human inhabitants there. In those kind of area also we can use helicopter for the for, and also rescue people when they are people in the rescue, whether it may be a earthquake or it may be a flood. We can use the airway. The you have seen the image, have you seen the news? You can, if you heard, if you're watching, you have the habit of watching news, you may know whenever there is a flood or there is a earthquake, natural calamities happen, people rescues by aeroplane or by aeroplane or helicopter. Distributing, in the rescuing people and distributing food, water, clothes and medicines. You may have seen the news in that or in the newspaper images. So people will run, the rescue people will run by using the helicopters and helping the needy people. Some of the important airports are Delhi, Mumbai, New York, London, Paris, Frankfurt and Cairo. See, there is one activity for you. Find out the names of some newspapers and TV news channels in English, Hindi and a regional language. Regional language is what is your mother tongue. So you have to find out the news channel's name. Now let's see the communication. Communication is the process of conveying messages to others. What is communication? Conveying the message to others is known as communication. With the development of technology, humans have devised new and fast modes of communication. So development of communication, that is information technology, humans are humans have made the technology, developed the technologies. So let me explain what are that. So the figure 7.10 explains the evolution of the communication system. Let me show the figure 7.10. This is the one. The olden days, look at this image children. Olden days, in the early man period or after that, people move by pedestrian, that is they walk from one place to another place to pass the messages. So look here, you can see this image. And after that they passed through pigeons, birds. They use the birds to pass the message. They will write a letter and they, what they will do, they will tie it in the legs of pigeons and they send to place. So this is one, like this the communication was moved. And after that there was a postal department invented. So there is a postal department, the postman will come and deliver message. Is it or not? I think you all are not heard, but you can ask your grandparents or your other mother also, you can ask your parents also. Olden days and all, for communication, if your relatives or your friends are there in the long distance, some other states or countries, we can write a letter to them within 3 days. Within 3 days, if it is a inland it is 3 days, or if it is a other countries it takes 4 to 5 days to reach. So we were writing a letter and sending the message from one person to another person. Later the newspaper, the mails, by newspaper newspaper and books also, the communication. Look at this, we were using the newspaper to know what has happened in the other states or other countries, in other place what happened, we came to know. After that, nowadays, now in the sense, before 100 years, or look here, now what are the things we have for communication? We have television, computer, laptop, cell phone, telephone. Telephone also invented. We can pass messages for the distance. And after that, fax machine is there, telephone is there, laptop is there. So these are the communications, modes of communication. So now today we are using television, cinema theater, and computer, laptop, cell phone or mobile phones, telephones, fax machines, etc. And also satellite. So look, if you see this image, you may know this satellite. So have you understand how we have developed from place to moving from place to place, and conveying the message. Today we are sitting in one place and messaging conveying our messages or speaking to our relatives who are far away from us, 3000 kilometer or much, can't able to measure the distance, but within a minute we can contact them. So now let's see about what is mass media. Mass media. So what is the advancements in the field of communication had brought about an information revolution in the world. The information revolution, what we say, look at this one, the laptop, computer, phone, fax machine, email, internet and all, when they developed, that is advanced information to educate as well as to entertain. These are used only to not only passing the messages, also we are getting entertainment from them. Is it or not? Are you getting the entertainment or not? So let's see what is mass media. Mass media are media like radio, television, internet or other things that reach many people, which reach the many people. See this, newspapers, radio and television, we can communicate with a large number of people. See, if you get one newspaper, only you are not get in the same newspaper, only you are not getting the information. Most of the people sit and read the newspaper. So most of the people, many people, or large number of people getting information, they are therefore called mass media. Mass means large, so they are called like newspaper, radio, television. These all communicate with a large number of people, so they are therefore called mass media. Now let's see about satellites. Let me show the image of satellite. Children, this is the image of satellite. See, there is one more image. This is also satellite. Image of satellite. This is the image of satellite. Let's see the uses of satellite. Satellites have made communication even faster. So what the satellites have did, they made the communication even faster. The satellites have helped in oil exploration. Let's see the uses of satellite. That is, satellites have helped in oil exploration to find where the natural oils are found in the minerals where we find. So it has the satellite has helped to find the natural oils and survey of forest. And what are the surveys we need, we can use the satellite. Underground water, where we can see the underground availability of underground water. Mineral wealth, altogether we can say mineral wealth. It may be natural or it may be oils, or it may be iron ore or gold or silver, diamond, whatever minerals where it is, we can find through satellite. Weather forecast also we can get easily know about satellite. And disaster warning, disasters, what are the disasters? It may be flood, it may be a earthquake or volcano, whatever, satellites are giving a warning to the people. And now we can send electronic emails or mails through internet. Within a, I already said that within a minute we can reach people those who are very far by sending the emails or by calling them. Wireless telephonic communications through cellular phones have become very popular today. Yes, in when I said no, because if you press, if you have, which you are carrying always in the hand, that is the cell phone or smallest device, and you can give within a second, we can connect the people. Internet not only provides us with worldwide information and interaction, but also made our lives more comfortable. Yes, now today the internet makes our life very comfortable. Can reserve tickets, railways, airways, even cinemas and hotels sitting at home. Olden days we want to olden days, in the sense, before we have to wait for reserving the tickets, hotels or cinema tickets or railway tickets, whatever tickets, transport tickets we want to reserve, you have to go and stand in the queue. The queue will be very long. But today, because of internet, by sitting at home we can reserve the tickets also. Okay children, now we came to an end of the lesson. Let me recall the session. In this lesson today we have learned about major means of transports, that is roadways, railways, waterways and airways in the details. And in the end we have learned about communication and what is mass media, uses of satellites we have learned today. Let me explain the worksheet. The first question is, write a short note about roadways, railways, waterways and airways. You have to write about these means of transport. So you have to write a note about this. And the second one is, what is mass media? What is the second one? What is mass media? And the last one is, write the uses of satellite. What is the last one? Write the uses of satellite. Once you're done with the homework, send it to the WhatsApp group Class 7 Social Science NAPS group. Thank you children. Bye. Take care.